Hi guys, so thanks so much for talking to me today. I really, really loved these episodes coming back. It's just like the old show, so I'm really excited to do this. So first for Christian and Beth, since you're coming back, were you surprised to get the call to come back, or did you kind of always figure this was going to happen? Christian, you go first.
I mean, I think deep. I don't want to speak for Beth, but I think I'll try to here. I think deep down in our hearts, we knew something could possibly happen. We always, we never really got to say goodbye with these characters, because we kind of thought in our heart we were going to come back for the sixth season then. So we always had it in our mind. We definitely hoped, but I think we also had it in our heart that it would come back. And I was working pretty closely with Dean Devlin, our executive producer and creator of the show at the time. And, every once in a while I'd get a hint. He'd drop me a little line or drop me a hint that could quite possibly come back. So I was watching it unfold. And so I got to sort of, I didn't get on the roller coaster like Beth. I stood in line for a while to wait for the ride. And, but when it came back, when it was actually to full fruition, I was just so happy. It was ridiculous. I think I knew before anyone, because I was actually in the Philippines at the time with Dean, and he told me. And I lost my mind, man. I knew it was coming, and I still lost my mind. So I can't imagine, the love of these characters we had, how Beth felt.
What about you, Beth?
Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, the bottom line is we all wished and hoped it was going to come back from the moment it ended. And so I think the engine that is our fan base just never stopped. It's even stronger and bigger and fuller than ever. And they're the reason we're here. And it's been, oh, excuse me, I have a tickle. It's been so exciting and thrilling for me personally to character who doesn't fit boxes, and whoever, whenever, without the pressure of, being a conservative woman or any of that stuff. That all goes out the window. And with this show, we get to improv, we get to play the heart of a moment, the action of a moment. It's physical, it's emotional, it's funny. The fact that people missed that enough to fight for it, to root for it, and it really, their voices were heard. I mean, it's amazing. You're playing a group of characters that are so beloved. I mean, it was a dream come true.
Elise, what was it like joining this cast that already has been working together for so long?
Sick. They're awesome. They're all like, they're just new family. They're all like my big bros and big sis and stuff like that. But I mean, I got to binge watch the show before I came down to New Orleans and stuff, and I couldn't have been more thrilled. I was like, what? I hope I measure up to the funny shenanigery that is going on in this series. And they were just so welcoming. And I was excited because we were in the middle of a pandemic, and I got to do some fun stuff. So it was really sweet.
Did either of you go back? I mean, I know obviously you didn't need to, but did either of you go back and rewatch any of the original at all?
I did, yeah. And in fact, before I knew it was picked up again, I started watching it. And people in my family, we all started watching it again. It just was like reliving a really great chapter in your life, and all the memories came flooding back. And my son, who was 3 when I first started Leverage, when we first did the pilot, now he's 17.
Wow.
So he has all these memories of being in the prop truck and, riding the golf cart, and Christian teaching him how to throw a fight or toss a knife safely. But, like, these are his family members, and Elise and Noah coming in. It's just like our family grew in the most beautiful way. But yes, I did watch. I gave you a long answer, but I did rewatch a lot of the episodes.
Did you, Christian, at all?
I did. I met someone who had never seen the show before, and so we kind of watched them all. They wanted to watch it, so we watched them all together. And so I didn't, and it was not because I was preparing; it was just because I missed the show. And and I had I don't think I would have done it myself because there's so many episodes. But when you're trying to introduce it to someone, and I found myself talking and telling inside stories about some of the scenes and all that kind of stuff, and it was so much fun. So it really worked out, because sometimes in the script for the new show, they would say, this is red. And I would be like, no, it's absolutely not. It's green. And because I just watched the episode. So it really helped us because you know, we some people forget, even some of the writers forgot what they wrote back in the first season. And we were able to remind them. So it helped a lot. Yeah.